Ladies and gentlemen, people of all shapes and sizes, welcome to the Music Professor channel. If you're new here, on Mondays we celebrate Modern Composer Mondays, in which we highlight a different composer making waves in music today. And today it is my honor and pleasure to call to your attention a phenomenal young composer and a personal friend, Erin Hoerchler. Amy Wilder of the Columbia Tribune described Hoerchler as having infectious enthusiasm for her work, and this is absolutely in line with my time working with her. Hoerchler has composed a number of works for musical theater, to choral works, to compositions made in collaboration with dancers from Stevens College, each time building upon her previous works to further develop her harmonic language. But before we get into her body of work, let's dive into Hoerchler's background a bit more first. Erin Hoerchler began composing at the age of 15, fueled by what she describes as an endless well of emotion while at school in Jefferson City, Missouri. She began by signing up for an original music camp in her area and said that, "I thought it was a songwriting camp, and it turned out to be a classical composition camp where I wrote a woodwind trio and I heard the word bassoon for the first time." I first met her during her time at the University of Missouri and was immediately wowed by her enthusiasm for music and her insistence on writing music that is interesting and important to her. We've since grown to be close friends and have a great working relationship. I have performed many of her vocal works in some capacity, including commissioning her to compose and then later world premiering The Night Cycle, which was a song cycle composed of 4 songs based on poems by American Poet Laureate Billy Collins. Hoerchler has since finished her degree in composition at the University of Missouri and is now moving to New York to pursue her master's degree at the Tisch School of Arts at the illustrious New York University. Hoerchler has also worked with Maplewood Barn Theater in Columbia, Missouri as the music director and taught composition lessons at both the Community Music School and the Missouri International Composers Festival during her time at the university. Hoerchler clearly has made quite the name for herself as a theatrical composer, vocalist, and musical director. I think it is now time that we take a look at some of her compositions. When I spoke to her earlier this week, she described her musical language as melodic and syncopated. She strives for diversity and for keeping the audience engaged throughout the performance. One such piece that I want to start with was actually my introduction to Erin Hoerchler's writing and compositional style. Utilizing text from Langston Hughes, Advertisement for the Waldorf Astoria was written, as the title may suggest, as an advertisement. The Waldorf Astoria was a new hotel built in Harlem that opened in 1893, and the poem was written by Langston Hughes in 1925 during the Harlem Renaissance. This poem is broken into 6 sections: Listen Hungry Ones, Rumors, Evicted Families, Negroes, Everybody, and Christmas Card, though Hoerchler only pulls from the first 2 in this piece. Hoerchler captures the old talky style of music wonderfully with her use of tight harmony and the use of the orator, tenor Ian Meyer, with his classic radio broadcaster voice.
Shining when the last has strength to down this winter. It is far beyond anything hitherto experienced in the hotel world. It costs $28 million. The famous Oscar Chertsky is in charge of banqueting. Alexander Gastow is chef. It will be a distinguished feature for society. So when you've no place to go and you're homeless and hungry, choose the Waldorf. Florence, we must take a run at the
Other works of Hoerchler's include Rhapsody in Zoo, which we have been listening to during this video. This piece was premiered at the St. Louis Zoo and written in collaboration with the Sheldon Foundation and played by St. Louis Symphony musicians. As we have heard, this piece features a jazzy blues-inspired sound that could very well be the modern sequel to Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, with a direct nod to Gershwin towards the end of the piece. The tempo shifts take us from the hot bands of Louis Armstrong to the cabaret to Paul Whiteman's sweet bands, and overall make a relaxing and enjoyable ambience of a smoke-filled jazz club. We are then transported to a sunrise of another day at the zoo as animals awaken and excited children enter the zoo to gaze at them. With this next piece, we go from the zoo to the household, where an argument between a traditional husband who has just returned from a long trip and an independent wife who needed to feel loved is taking place in Hoerchler's most recent world premiere, It Doesn't Suit Men for Women to Be Promiscuous. This world premiere was performed by soprano Lisa Nair and baritone Nicholas Miguel. This song calls to light the issue of men mandating what a woman can and can't do with her body. It Doesn't Suit Men was written around the time that Congress was canceling funding for Planned Parenthood with a committee made up entirely of white men, and this song acts as an antithesis to this male insistence on deciding upon what to do with women's bodies. The piece shows women that it is in fact acceptable and well within their rights to do with their bodies what they please. Now, let's go to the video of this world premiere and enjoy the musical stylings of Erin Hoerchler as performed by Lisa Nair and Nicholas Miguel.
What do you mean about not being celibate all those years?
What do you think I mean?
Oh, God!
5 years! Such a long while, you see, Jordan.
I see.
And your absence drove me wild.
Why, indeed.
I had no choice but to indulge myself. No, console myself. And enlist on helping hands of pleasant company.
While I lay weeping by thy knees, sweetheart, it is you who must always keep a vow. Having been to bed with me, my dear, talk with Fanny, my dear, another man who could compare.
In times of grief, we rely upon our friends. I needed broad shoulders on which to lean. The agony of being alone is what drove me to the telephone. And to the unfamiliar Richard, Victor, Edward, Oliver, and Dean.
It doesn't suit women to be promiscuous.
It doesn't suit men for women to be promiscuous.
It won't suit you to be violent with me. I never wish for love with you.
You're a trust man. I never missed you those 5 years.
Very romantic of you, my dear.
While we were apart,
You still had my heart.
but that is all. It doesn't suit men for women to be promiscuous.
It won't suit
It won't suit you to be familiar with me. I see your reason.
Then maybe misunderstand. I should think you understand. My heart still has my heart. That is
Here's a list of other works performed and or written by Erin Hoerchler. Links to the recordings will be in the description below. Welcome back from our mini recital. As I spoke to Erin earlier this week, she wanted to encourage young musicians and composers to become unafraid of enjoying themselves and their processes. She believes that levity is serious business and that pleasure is not trivial. She later added that musicians should create safe environments for marginalized communities, as should every industry. If I were an engineer, Hoerchler states, an accountant, or a chef, I would want a safe place to work, and I feel that music is no different. I could not agree with you more, Erin, and I want to be the first to thank you for letting me use your music and your writing for this video. I think inclusion and safety is what we should all strive for and will honestly make a better world. I hope everyone that has watched this has enjoyed the highlight on Erin Hoerchler today. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for new videos, and ring that bell so that you don't miss a single Manic Minute. As always, I have been the Music Professor. Have a great rest of your day, and peace and humptiness forever.